home of beds, hearts and bucks.
Together, we can make a difference. BBC.
3 Counties Radio.
Now, my next guest is just 14 years of age and is preparing to launch her first single. Olivia Lynn is from Luton. She's part of a group called Generation Z, and they're launching their charity single, Strong. She's on the line now. Hello, Olivia. Welcome to the show.
Hiya.
Hey, you're only 14. Wow, you've written a song. How amazing. Tell me a little bit about you guys, Generation Z.
So we, us Generation Z, are raising money for YoungMinds UK and Grief Encounter with this song, Strong. And we did this due to the really hard times that are going on right now, especially with mental health because of COVID. And we wanted someone to have a song that they could relate to and they could reach out to help them get through it.
Wonderful. Now, you're a group of teenagers. You all, how did you guys all get together? Where did you meet? Was it at school? What was the deal?
So I originally knew Daniella, the writer of the song. And at the beginning of the year, my mum saw that Daniella was holding auditions for a different project. I went and auditioned and got through, but that project was unfortunately put on hold due to COVID-19. So a new project was put forward to us as a group, and Strong the Song by Generation Z was born. And it seemed right, the project to start with, due to the recent pandemic, right, which we have been struggling through together in some way or in another. And we first got together when COVID obviously wasn't as bad and no one really knew anything about it. And we all met each other, introduced each other, and we didn't see each other for about 5 months, really. It was only Zoom calls and over the phone calls. But we finally met each other. Well, not properly met each other, but crossed over each other when we went to record the song, which we recorded one at a time. So it was actually quite tricky, but we still managed to pull it out of the bag.
Wow, so you did this all, so the recording of the track, you've all done separate tracks and then you put them all together as the one song?
Yeah.
Wow. That's great. I'm excited. I can't wait to hear about it. Now, what about your experience at school, though? I understand you experienced bullying.
Yeah, I did. In year 8 and year 9, I suffered quite badly with bullying. And it started off quite verbal and it got quite violent. And it was really hard to speak up about it because sometimes you feel like you're a little bit of a problem. And not in any way did my parents or my family ever make me feel like that. But you still yourself feel, oh, I shouldn't be moaning about it. I shouldn't tell anyone. It's nothing. But the whole point of this song is to speak up about it and stay strong. And now I've made the right decision for myself to be pulled out of school. And my mum is now going to homeschool me. And that may not be the right decision for everyone. But I can definitely say that it is the best decision for me.
Yeah, but well, that's good. I'm glad that there's a way out of it at least, because it's horrendous, isn't it? I mean, that's awful, especially when you can't properly fight back. Now, you've got quite a bit of a following on social media. Tell me a little bit about that. During lockdown, you started getting quite a lot of people following you.
Yeah, on my TikTok, it suddenly, you could say, blew up. On TikTok, there's this thing called a For You page, which is where if you get on it, it's like worldwide. And I was on there a few times, and suddenly my following was going up and up. And I finally hit 100K just, I think, a couple months back. But yeah.
Wow, 100K followers on TikTok. That's quite impressive. Well done, you.
Thank you.
The single is for charities. You said YoungMinds and Grief Encounter. Just tell me a little bit more about why it was so important to donate and have this single out for these particular charities.
So YoungMinds UK seemed an obvious choice due to mental health in children being on the rise, especially now due to lockdown. And for me, personally, raising money for a charity that helps children's mental health felt right, as I myself have suffered and still do. And Grief Encounter was a charity that Pezyoung, who is also a songwriter and producer, wrote a song for previously to raise money for. So again, it seemed a fitting choice, seeing as it helps children deal with loss.
Well, that's a wonderful, wonderful choice of charities.
Thank you.
When is the single out? Is it out there now, or has it been released? What's the deal here?
Yes, the single is out now, and you could download it via iTunes by typing in Strong Generation Z. It costs only 79p, and like I said, all the money is going to the charities that I've mentioned. It's also available on Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, and Google Play. And we have an Instagram, which is @StrongOfficial. Our Facebook is Strong the Song. And our TikTok is @generation.z2020.
Fabulous. And what's next on your calendar of events? Are you doing anything specific? Have you got anything else lined up?
We're not too sure yet, but like I said, the project that we was due to do obviously was put on hold because of COVID, so I think that's the next project.
Fabulous. Well, listen, you take care, Olivia. Thank you so much for joining me. Before you go, please introduce your song.
Thank you. This is Strong by Generation Z.
Shows us that we gotta stick together.
It's a little bit crazy how the world's turned upside down. It's a little bit funny how the life that we once knew has disappeared from view.
We gotta breathe in and take the pain. We will climb and rise again. We gotta stay calm and ride the storm together. We gotta fight now and we'll come through. We all know what we gotta do forever. Keep holding on. We gotta stay strong. We're telling everybody. I remember what I saw. I go home, please no more. These pictures in my head are there to haunt me. But I remember when I cried, the happy tears of all my pride. We stood and fought together and it changed me. It's a little bit funny how the world has gone so wrong. It's a little bit crazy, but we've gotta stay strong. We gotta stay strong. We gotta breathe in, take the pain. We will climb and rise again. We gotta stay calm and ride the storm together. We gotta fight now, we will come through. We all know what we gotta do forever. Keep holding on. We gotta stay strong. Keep fighting, keep running. Don't ever give up trying. Keep striving, keep holding on. We gotta breathe in, take the pain. We will climb and rise again. We gotta stay calm and ride the storm together. Oh, we gotta fight now, we will come through. We all know what we gotta do forever. Keep holding on. We gotta stay strong. Be strong. Hold on. Stay calm. I'm testing everybody. Hold on. Stay calm. We gotta stay strong. Be strong. Hold on. Stay calm. I'm testing.
Generation Z, Strong,
Keep holding on.
on BBC Three Counties Radio.
We've gotta stay strong.
That's lovely, isn't it? That's lovely. Coming up after